The Spin-Off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in collaboration with Kiwi Bank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network in partnership with Kiwi Bank.
Oh my god, same angle and everything.
Whoa!
Synchronicity.
Hello, welcome along to The Real Pod. It's your reality TV recap and real life in New Zealand podcast brought to you by The Spin-Off. I'm Jane Yee, joined by Duncan Grieve and Alex Casey of The Spin-Off. Hi!
Hello there.
Hi, Dunk.
Hi.
I'm trying to be really peppy, like a proper
I'm
person.
sorry. I'm gonna give it a good old Kiwi try today, but I'm not at my best. I landed after 1 this morning and was up at 5 and have been in Sydney just doing very long days of learning things that I'm sorry in advance, but I'm really going to try.
I have no
appreciate
excuse
that.
for my poor performance today. Just
Me either.
my personality, and I'm sorry.
Hey, Duncan, you're all out of thoughts. You just sit back and relax, and if you've got something to say, you just pipe on up, okay?
Okay.
We've got 1.5 litres of Taurian fizz, and I noticed a miniature Guarana fizz at Tina's desk.
So have you got 750 on the go?
I mean, in a sense.
Oh, that's an old one.
Tina loves a blue V. A lot of blue, and Sam. It's crazy. Probably forgotten about blue
I got
V
through
by now, Jane.
university on V's. I used to drink V's like they were
you
going
did.
out of fashion. Yeah.
They actually were.
V's and
which is
cigarettes.
funny.
Well, I graduated. Look at me now, sitting at home, talking into a pantyhose.
She
What a
really
life.
is.
Yeah,
I can't emphasize.
Hey, thank you very much to Nando's. Corny Christmas is Jeepers, creepers. It's actually very, very close, isn't it?
It is. And I will tell you this is a pod exclusive. I haven't been posting about it because I want to make sure this is for the the real ones, the crazy ones, the ones who burn. The ones who listen to the podcast is what I'm saying. I haven't posted about it anywhere, but there are a few spaces left. We have had some cancellations. So if you are listening to this podcast and you are in Auckland and you are free next Monday, the 18th of November, send me an email, alex@thespinoff.co.nz with the subject line, Corny Christmas. Please spell it CORNY. CHRISTMAS. Because I tell people to have fun with it.
them.
I tell people to have fun with the spelling, and now I'm a mess. My emails are a mess. Everything's a mess. I don't know how to find anything. So I'm leaving a bit of wiggle room in case some people's OSVPs have got lost due to
You've
my
really
stupidity.
you swung right around, haven't you? From like,
I really
spell
have.
corny however you like,
No,
to
I'm
really
formal now. I've got a
prescribing.
formal guest list. But yes, there are a few spaces left. We're very excited. Duncan and I are having actually a meeting about it today. Would you believe it? It's going to be for real. Tina
I
looks
have
excited.
never felt so left out as I do.
We'll get you in on Skype.
Can I tell you something? This is kind of, I don't even know if I should tell you this, but we were looking at flights for me to come home to surprise you all.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I
And it
kind
would
of
have been-
felt like it was going to happen. I felt like the universe was going to provide.
It's not. Instead, my mum's coming here, but yeah,
Similar.
sorry about it. Like this, what was going to happen was I would have been there now, and we would have been all set up ready, and we would have gone through the motions of like a record, and then I was just going to walk into the podcast room.
But what house would you have been in?
No,
Would
she
you
was
have
gonna walk
recreated
into the
the-
real life room?
The real life room, this room. Like I would have just
been-
been like, yeah, we're on for the podcast, and then I'd been like, Hello.
I have chills.
Is me.
There's still time, Jane.
Well, not.
Oh,
today.
there's not.
Not
There's
today, not for
absolutely
that
no way.
Not
surprise.
space
Yeah.
time.
We're already recording, so. But yeah, there was. We just thought it would be a bad idea. Long story short, or long story medium, we thought it would be actually a bad idea for me to come home at this point because I haven't been here long enough, and I'd get homesick, and then I'd come home and be depressed. Back to LA and be depressed. So I decided just for my mental health.
But sometime.
But now I feel. Sometime, and now I feel like I'm missing out though because I was going to go to the Corny Christmas as well.
We'll have you there, Jane, in spirit.
And on that note, sad. Our hashtag is #RealPod. Our Facebook is facebook.com/TheRealPodPod, and our Instagram is @TheRealPodPod. Coming up on the podcast, we sort of gonna recap Bake Off. I haven't seen all of it. Have you done?
I've seen some of it, but I was looking at my phone a lot.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, God, yeah.
I, if I'm honest, I did fall asleep. Just a normal 20-minute sleep. But they're so long that I don't.
They're
I don't
so
really
long now,
feel like
that's
I missed-
okay.
Yeah.
No, that's just the ads. And we're also going to recap New Zealand's Next Top Model Cycle 1, Episode 5. I've seen that. I've seen that one.
I've seen that.
Disclosure,
Okay,
I
good.
haven't seen that, even though it's my idea.
fine.
I've had a tough week.
It's been a time.
Yeah.
2 out of 3 is fine, right?
2 out of 3
2 out
are
of 3 is
bad.
fine. Anyway, here's real news. Tell us about the big book launch.
Oh my God, the big book launch. Colin was there.
Oh my god! Just talk about that. It went really well.
Well, hang on. But we need to save Colin for the cranny, right?
There's more content. Okay, well,
Okay.
what do we
Little
say
bit
that's
now, a little
not
bit
about
later.
Colin? We held an eleganza at the what's it called?
Auckland Irish Society.
Auckland Irish Society. We had an illuminated Waitangi dildo, which was sort of flashing.
Yeah. they've got it-
Not in that way.
Well,
Well,
in that way.
constantly, yeah, endless flashing.
In
Actually,
fact, it's never been
not flashing.
flashed.
We had it was a real who's who, wasn't it?
Was
Who?
it?
Jesse Mulligan,
Jesse Mulligan? Was
Nadine
there
Higgins,
the whole night.
Whoa.
Francis Cook, personal finance journalist Francis Cook, Hal Crawford, man,
Wow.
Simon
that's
Wilson,
Star-studded lineup, guys.
Maddie Holden?
Maddie Holden was there.
For ages.
Oh my God!
Who's
See, there's
Maddie
so many people
Holden?
there I didn't even know who
Maddie
is
Holden.
Who's Maddie Holden?
Famous dick pic critic. Maddie Holden. We should go to the dick pic critic. The dildo. But it's
Yeah.
not a pic. It's just a...
Get it taken a pic.
Yeah.
But the book's out.
The book is out. It's. I think it's really good. We gave one to Molly, this Australian person that Kieran's become close with, who's also doing this accelerator with us, and she cried a bit at how good it was.
I can tell you this: there is a copy going to an undisclosed location in Warkworth to the Casa del Green Rice.
Whoa!
Yep. God, yeah.
Prime Minister's
Prime
been
Minister's
seen
got one?
holding a copy.
Wow.
It's gone
I haven't
viral,
got one.
as
I've
most
got one.
books
Jane,
do.
have you got one, Jane? We need to send you a lot of things.
No, look, it's okay. No, it's coming to me next week with my mother because we've had 2 copies, one for me and one for Joel, have been sent to my sister's house.
What about
Where our mail is
Maisie, Jude and
redirected to.
Victor?
And Mum's going to pick it up and bring it over. So this time next week, I'll be leafing through my copy of the book.
And you can read your own piece, your own fabulous piece, The Night the Block
can.
Shared Itself. Iconic piece.
I read that all the
Iconic
time
Iconic
anyway.
headline.
But yeah, it's out.
It's out. Go get it. Yay.
Go get it
and
or sign up to members and you get it for free if you subscribe. What is it?
Only
$80?
until the end of the month.
Act
So-
quickly.
Yeah.
Are we still doing the badge thing?
Yep.
What's the URL?
It's the spinoff.co.nz /
I think it's just
Member-
I think
Real
it's
Pod.
Real Pod. If you do
What
that,
that-
you get all of the things a regular human gets, but you also get a very exclusive, very limited run Real Pod badge. It's beautiful. I had it on my bag traveling internationally as a way of corn signalling. And I got very, very special treatment. In fact, I got like a double security check in Australia, like where they sort of wipe your feet.
It's the corny hood of the travelling badge.
Colonel's cornels.
Colonels lodged in your shoes.
They thought I was a deeply suspicious character.
Don't say that, because you know kernels is what we call our corny babies. So I hope you didn't have kernels lodged in your shoes.
So that's dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
It's super dark. God.
Anyway, I
Speaking of
recommend
cornies, though. Speaking of cornies, you went to a corny hen do, Alex.
Oh my God.
This
I've
is
had a
huge
week,
news.
actually. Goodness me. I was like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I was invited as a surprise guest to our beloved corny Zay Melville. Many of you will know her from The Corner, Instagram Xenophobia, as Jane kind of shrieked when I told her.
That's very funny.
And it was incredible. It was really great to be there, and only 2 people know who I am. And it was very like humbling and cool.
Keeps you grounded.
But they really knew who you were, because you do.
Liza and Zay. Love it. Absolutely love it. Rest of them. I also, the dress code was a freak in the sheets, and I interpreted that to mean dress in all black like a inner city undertaker, because I was also going to My Chemical Romance night at Ding Dong Lounge after that.
Freak
So
in
it
the
was a
Sheets.
look.
That's such a
How
cool
would you
dress
dress for
code.
freak in the sheets?
I'd be very little,
I can do
probably.
Lady in the
Some
Streets.
bondage
I
gear,
can't
or
do
isn't that?
Freak in the Sheets.
So yeah, that was a challenge. I've only been to
Tell
2
you who
men's
I-
nights, you know.
I tell you who I'd talk to if I wanted to be a freak in the sheets, and that's Justin from Married at First Sight Australia.
Is that the...
Oh,
That's the one
yeah,
who
yeah.
went
they've
underwear
got
shopping.
the
He
lovely-
went underwear shopping for his wife and for Carly,
found a
and he ended up
lovely
just buying
sort
himself
of
a
that's
mesh,
right.
mesh
undershirt and so on.
quite big mesh. Like you probably couldn't even catch white bait in it.
No.
kind of
Oh
mesh.
no, definitely not. Not even a goldfish, to be fair.
Fuck, I missed that season. Like, you should do
That was.
again.
But it was-
too soon, eh?
It was a lovely time. All in all, I am available for more celebrity appearances. No fee.
You got a taste for it now,
Absolutely
don't you?
no fee. In fact, I'll pay you. If you want me to come and stand in the corner looking freaked out at your event,
Are you
get
sure?
in touch.
You're going to have to
Be
do
careful.
this. Like, the
You are
corners-
going to have to do this. This is 100% happening.
I got nothing on. I can't emphasize that enough. It's just good to get out of the house, you know.
Is it?
I had a nice little glass of champagne and some pizza. Talked to some real interesting people. Like, I can't believe the quality of corny. The people that listen to this podcast.
Hang on.
Liza is doing a PhD in like bloody statistics and like mortality rate. It has all these interesting things to say. It's
Do you know what
crazy.
we are? We're their escape from intelligent things
Yeah.
Yes.
and important things.
Yeah.
We dumb it down and we talk nonsense about stuff that doesn't matter, and that's why they're here.
That's true.
So,
I met
kia
another
ora, welcome.
lady who was on University Challenge. She's in New Zealand's 4th best pub quiz team. It's just like nothing but net the whole time.
Nothing but mesh vest.
But to be fair, given that only Zay and Liza knew who you were, you can't really count. We can't count the University Challenge lady, can we? Because she's not a corny.
Well, because
She
she
could
still
be
exists.
now.
But we could convert her, right? What did you say to people when they were like, "Oh, hi, how do you know? How do you know?" Zane?
I said that we're kind of online friends.
Wow, that demeans you both so badly.
Well, it's difficult to explain. People don't understand podcasts unless they're in it, you know.
Hey, what are you drinking there, Jane?
Oh, I'm just on the Diet Coke. It's actually one I opened last night, so it's a wee bit flat.
Oh, slow cook.
Ziran, so just further to the wedding, we've had pictures come out, the Women's Day's out, and we know all this. But they're like planning to start a family like ASAP. So this, for those who don't know who Ziran are, that's Zach Franich, former Bachelor, and Erin Simpson, former TV presenter, current artist, online personality, and what else does she do? Jack of all trades,
Eats
to be fair.
an egg in a car. Egg eater.
Yeah, public egg eater.
Got some
anyway,
more news on that, by the way, coming up.
Okay, can't wait. So anyway, she says that. Oh no, Franich says we want to do kids in the next 12 months, which is an interesting way of phrasing it.
Yeah.
And for Simpson, it's perfect timing having the wedding stress done and dusted. She says, I want to be relaxed. It's okay to rush around for a wedding and pack in all these hours, but it's not okay when you're pregnant. I think that's a PSA. I don't want to be in that type of framework when a baby comes along. I want to be real chill. So,
Wow.
Frame of mind, framework.
My experience of people being pregnant, which is very extensive, is that they do a mad amount of rushing around.
Yes.
There's no relaxing happening.
Honestly,
what they do
8
is
months of pregnancy, perfect time to have a wedding.
they do all of this mad rushing around, and then the second they relax, baby goes bam, straight out.
Yeah, I mean,
how it works, Sarah.
it's perfect to bring it on. So take that
I've
from
seen it. My own eyes.
obstetrician Grieve.
I actually bought that copy of the Woman's Day. I should have brought it in. It was a ripper copy because it also had Art Matoodles exclusive overshining.
Yeah.
Zach and Erin again. The birth
Can
story.
I ask how many pages Art and Matoodles?
I think it was 4.
Because I think Zach and Erin got 5.
But yeah,
But Art and Matoodles were higher and larger on the cover, right?
they also got basically like a centerfold giant photo.
okay.
You know, it was like
Yeah.
it was big. But what I liked, I should have brought it in the Real Pod Corner, and this is me speaking on behalf of the Cornies, not myself. Of course, I love everything that Zach and Erin do. They were just ripping Zach to shreds in the comments for his hair. Did you see that?
I know.
What was
In the
wrong
wedding
with that?
photos.
It's
just
a windy
curly.
day. It's windy up by the museum.
It's
So locks
is
were
actually
like
windy up
flapping
there, it's
about in the wind a
exposed.
lot. There was, I mean, I love Zach and Erin. They bring me a lot of joy. But his arm, he just hangs his arm there sometimes, I
It's
think.
so big
Do
and
something with that
heavy.
arm. It's- yeah.
He's
I don't-
enormous.
around.
I mean, great bachelor, but probably not next top model, you know? I mean, I hate to think what they'd say. They're very, very brutal, as we'll find out later on in the podcast. Someone else with curly hair,
Whoa,
Colin
segue.
Colin Fastnage from My Restaurant Rules and MKR Australia. Did anyone else see this Instagram story of his? He's like showing everyone around his garden all the produce and stuff he's growing. And then there's just a fucking snake there. There's a snake. And he picks it
A
up.
live one.
A live, I was going to say a live human snake, but it was a live snake. And he just picks it up. He's like, oh, hello, fella. And like, I mean, it's not a tiny one. It was definitely like a middle-sized one. My knowledge of snakes is not great, but it was, you know,
Where does he live?
a house.
In what country?
I assume he lives in Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
But isn't he Irish?
Yeah, but
That
He lives
you're
in
allowed
Australia.
No snakes in Ireland.
to. Okay.
Yeah, no, 'cause I'm
Australia
pretty
has
sure
very
his
badly
restaurant's in
poisonous
Australia.
snake. I think like England has quite chill snakes. And they just have like the
I didn't
adder,
even
which
think
is
that England
maybe
had.
just
Do
mildly
they have
poisonous.
snakes?
Pardon?
My snake knowledge is very limited. I didn't even think England had snakes.
No, it does. I think they've just got one, the adder.
There's Shirless Picky on here.
Yes,
I would have
that's
never
pretty
thought in a
what-
million years
good.
of following Colin Fastnage on Instagram.
Are you watching it? Are you watching the thing?
I don't think it's it's past.
Is it
The
was
moment's
it
passed.
stories or was it? I mean, I think it's worth giving. It was so super chill about it. It was terrifying.
I love them.
Okay, there's no way I can segue from snakes to ice cream, is there?
Cold-blooded,
no.
cold cream.
Yes, exactly right. And our latest cold news, Tip Top's Raspberry Ripple has won best ice cream for the 5th year running in the giant ice cream competitor corporate competition. And then there's like separate prizes. for,
Raspberry
more
Ripple.
boutique
Raspberry
stuff.
Ripple.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
What do you reckon? What do you think should be there?
I mean, if you're going to give it to a berry thing, it has to be boysenberry.
Oh, sorry, no,
That's
boysenberry
it.
Ripple.
Icon.
It is, no, sorry, it's boysenberry Ripple.
Oh.
My mistake. God, sorry. God, is there even a raspberry ripple?
Well, if there is,
Sorry.
it's not popular because boysenberry's so good. This is fine then. I've got
Boysenberry
no
Ripple.
swearing to say about
Yeah.
it.
Is this
Okay,
voted by
sorry.
the people or is this voted by the? The bourgeoisie of
Tip
ice
Tops
cream.
Boysenberry Ripple Scoop Supreme Ice Cream Award again. 5th year in a row. It won the Supreme
mad
Award for
either.
large manufacturers at the annual event in Auckland just last night.
Well, how many
And then
large
Zany
manufacturers are there?
Zeus's, I don't know, streets? Zany Zeus's Ghana chocolate ice cream took out top spot for boutique manufacturers. Over 300 ice creams were entered across 13 categories. That's like a big deal.
We should go next year.
You know what
There's
I want to
an
have?
ice
I want to have
cream
the Aperol ice cream at Giapo. Have you seen that?
I know.
It's you know how Giampolo does fantastico things. It's crazy. It's like a huge ice cream with like chips, like crisps dipped in white chocolate.
Oh, no, come on.
All around the cone, and then Aperol flavoured ice cream or sorbet, and then a thing with olives on it.
Olives?
Yeah,
Disgusting.
yeah.
Foul. Stop it.
Oh, wow.
So the categories are amazing. So there's a standard vanilla ice cream category, standard ice cream, best of nuts, premium vanilla, premium ice cream, open creative, kids choice. Oh, it's a whole thing. It's a whole movement.
Sounds like a story.
I definitely think that we should go next time,
I love ice cream.
or judge it or something. Speaking of food and desserts, Jeff from Bake Off with the Eye is going to be on Zumbo's Just Desserts. We've talked about this.
This is
We talked
huge
about this last
news.
week.
I
Or did
don't
it break
think
this
we did.
week? It's just, when I say it's going to be, he is, because it's just started in Australia on Channel 7.
Wow. And
Duncan,
so, like, he's gone international.
he's gone international.
Far
What
out.
colour are his eyes now?
Oh, who knows?
He's gonna
I'm
do
not in Australia, so I
crazy
haven't seen it.
eyes
Have we got
for
any
this.
Australian cornies who've tuned in? Love to know.
Get in touch.
So that's a big show.
Was Jeff
Tough
good
competition.
at things?
I think he was.
Was he? The problem is the only thing I remember is that bloody cake in episode 1 that was just sliding off.
Oh, that's right. It was horrible, and it had like
It was
weird
not good.
Mandarin stuff.
I thought he
I
was
don't
kind
remember
of
the
like
details.
a savant at certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit like
Eyes.
our Trevor this season, who
Good singer as
had a
well.
bad go with that black and white cake, but seems pretty good
I think I've
otherwise.
still got his beer song recorded on my phone.
Let's listen to that. I haven't listened to that in way
I think
too
you need to
long.
get that out to the Australian media.
Or just maybe
Hashtag the real pod.
re-record, release as a single.
You ready?
Oh my god,
Hold on.
I'm such an idiot. A hashtag isn't the real pod like I put it up on our Instagram. It's real pod. I'm just chatting to fill in the gaps while these guys figure out the. Here we go.
Let's get this party hot. Let's get it started.
That wasn't the beer song.
That
though.
wasn't the beer song.
That
Wasn't the
great,
beer song.
though.
That was something else. That's all I've got.
What? What did you say?
I must have deleted the beer
How did
song.
you delete the beer song but keep using let's get
It's quite good though. It was a surprise for everybody. Sorry to interrupt. We have a very important message.
If you love the spin-off, and you do, like if you're listening to this, you do, the best way to show it is to become part of the spin-off members.
This is a fund that helps keep the spin-off free and accessible to everyone without a paywall.
It also funds some of our most important journalism, like the stuff that we absolutely cannot do any other way without your help.
To get involved, you can pay whatever you want, as little as you want.
Yeah,
Is that true?
$1 a year.
$1 a year. Think of that, Tina. $1 a year.
And then you get to say you're part of something.
You get to be part of a club. I don't think there's any club you can join for $1 a year.
Yeah,
apart
it
from
might have
this.
been a mistake, to be fair, pricing out of that.
If you want to up it a little bit for $8 a month, you will get a book. The first ever spin-off book.
It's a sick book. There's 2 copies in front of Alex. The only 2 copies in the world right now, we think, maybe.
One of them has been used as a coaster, but it's also good for a read. We've also got very exciting.
This is huge.
This is huge.
Sit down wherever
Sit
you
down. Tell your friends.
are.
No.
This for the cornies. Like this is literally for the cornies, and it's a chance to show your level and your loyalty, and to compete and beat the other podcasts made by the spin-off.
For a very limited time, for a very exclusive number of you, you're going to get a Real Pod badge if you sign up to the spin-off members and say that you're a friend of the Real Pod?
Yeah,
Is that how we're doing it?
You have to join at the book level, which is the $8 a month level. You you get everything else. So you get the tote, you get the book, you get the sticker, and the badge, and the Real Pod badge, which is there's going to be like maybe 50 of these things in the world ever.
Elite. So you have
status.
to go to thespinoff.co.nz/the Real Pod.
Correct.
Sounded like a question.
No. It's when I say correct, I mean incorrect.
Oh, okay.
The spinoff.co.nz/real pod. No, the /real pod. I feel like that's like a long time mistake of yours.
Yeah, but that's what it.
No.
But the podcast is called The Real Pod.
Yeah, but the URL is not. Okay, look, I'll make another URL.
Okay.
Gosh. All right, please do that. We want to win. We want to beat the other podcasts.
That's the main thing here.
Well,
apart from all the other good stuff like What Journalism, keep the lights on, all of that. But we have to win.
Especially Gone By Lunchtime. If Gone By Lunchtime beat us, it's over. Like, is it? Can we make threat? Okay, let's stop it. Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Russell Brown, and I'll make a podcast for the spin-off called Actually Interesting. Those are also the initials of its topic, artificial intelligence, which is very interesting. You can find us on your favourite podcast providers or on thespinoff.co.nz.
Amelia Finlayson, Max Key's ex-girlfriend who was in the videos, is coming. She's moved to LA. Big news. Moving to LA. She's going to be staying with Jowsy and Christiane, who now live in West Hollywood.
Oh my God, Jane!
I don't know. I just relocate. You guys need to come over here. It's all happening.
So I've met her twice, including I went for like a meeting at Becca, this like sort of a big industrial consultancy, and she was just on reception. We chatted. I think she said, unless I'm like hallucinating and making it up, which is nearly definitely true, that she listened to the podcast or knew about it or made some.
I don't think that's crazy.
So that's.
I don't like the way you said just on reception though.
No, but I meant just like I just stroll in and there she. I don't
Right.
mean that like not. I'm not judging. I
No,
do a
I'm just
podcast about reality
it's good.
TV.
No, it was ambiguous, so I just wanted to clarify.
I just wanted to clarify.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was good.
What's she going to do in LA? Is she trying to be a star?
She's got contacts and people who are doing things, so she'll
Was
be
she
fine.
trained as a journalist?
Yeah.
Because I spoke at AUT and she was in the crowd, and
didn't know?
she wants to do like red carpet reporting and so on.
Like that young man with
Yeah,
the
like
curly
that young
hair
man.
who's real famous and is a New Zealander, but no one here really knows who he is. You know that one?
Dominic Bowden.
What young man?
No, it's weird. He like,
Not
I can't
Isaac
remember his
Hindon
name.
Miller.
No.
Not Isaac Likes.
I can't remember. But
The young man who's in New Zealand who's got curly hair is really famous.
he's really famous online, but he's not famous in New Zealand. Oh,
Sounds like a story.
no, it is a story.
Copyright
God
the
damn
spin-off.
it! Copyright the spin-off. Don't look at me. I can't remember his name.
Good. Don't
But he's
reveal
very
his name.
famous. Trust me.
World famous in not New Zealand. That could be a
Curly
headline.
hair.
So. Chizzo, greatest human ever. He has. So not only is he giving up television and the spotlight to go move down to Otago or something and like just chill out and live life with his family on the farm, he's also he hates running, but he said something on Instagram about how he's going to do a half marathon or something for Starship, to raise money for Starship. And then some random got in touch with him, was like, look, I'm doing a half marathon in Christchurch for breast cancer awareness or something similar, some similar sort of charity. And they invited him to join them in the run, and he's just bloody doing it.
Good on you, Chizzo.
Isn't that so great?
In the drink of life.
But also potentially an opportunity to just challenge the chiz to do something. He might just do it.
Like, you
Challenge
mean
the
you're talking about
chiz.
his butt?
Sorry, what?
Well, doesn't he do belfies?
He does take belfies. He rocks a belfie.
Yeah, it wasn't quite what I meant, but yes, that's certainly, I think, something. I was more meaning like, if you want a few extra dollars for your charity, get him involved. He obviously has trouble saying no. They've racked up $14,662.31 so far.
That's heaps of money.
Yeah, so
Go the mighty Chiz.
give a little. Okay, that's all.
No,
Just-
I've got
just
news.
wanted-
Stop.
Oh!
Art Green's been posting on Instagram on his stories from an undisclosed location, and he's like making a real point of that. He's saying it's very hot here in this undisclosed location, or they've got coffee here in this undisclosed location.
Great.
But the plot thickens because yesterday he posted and he's bought himself a plant, and he's like named the plant. And I'm like, are you going to bring that plant home? Because you can't do that.
No.
Is he on
So is
New
the-
Zealand soil?
Is it a New
Where's it
Zealand
hot in New
undisclosed
Zealand?
location?
Up?
Cape Reinga?
Maybe. And he's posted him. He did a workout vid. He's done a workout vid, and he posted the sort of scene. It doesn't look. Hold on. So yeah, he bought this plant. Who buys a plant?
Is that a rhododendron?
Don't know. It looks Christmassy. Oh, taking the plant out. See, where's that?
It's doing burpees.
But what's that location? That could be New Zealand.
That could
Could
very
it be
well
right in
New
front of
Zealand.
our face the whole time?
Show me. I mean, it is.
It looks bloody good.
Oh, yeah. Looks like, is it Norfolk Island? Bay of Islands? Norfolk Island's not in New Zealand, obviously, but Bay of Islands? Eagle's Nest?
Are those pines? I don't really know what
Look,
trees
there's
are.
bloody horses in the background. Where else do they have horses?
Oh, it must be New
Nowhere.
Zealand.
Great Barrier?
He
Hey,
could be back,
Could be on
actually.
Barrier?
Actually, I
what's
reckon
the plant
he's back.
shopping like? Okay.
Forget.
Cool.
Forget it.
More false news.
Look at that.
This
Look
is
at
Taylor
that,
Swift
though.
on a lime all over him.
Can I look at that again?
You can
No
look at
top
it in
on,
your
eh?
own time.
Anyway.
And also,
Uh,
egg news. Also
Yeah.
at our spin-off book party, I was approached by lovely Katrina, who worked on the book. Katrina.
Katrina.
She is also pro-private egg. She came up to me, no context, and was just like, I agree with you about private eggs.
Well, she listens to
She's
the real
a
pod?
bloody corny.
That's insane. She's
The
so fancy
amazing
and
mega
good at-
genius who designed our book,
Yeah.
who designed the
What?
spin-off
What
book,
is
is a
with these
corny.
people? I'm so ashamed.
It's crazy.
Hey.
Yeah, I was so shocked.
have you
don't-
had anyone else come to you on the egg thing?
No,
Or is it just a group of private group of two?
just a private group of two. But also last week I came home and Joe was whipping up the frickin' thing of my nightmares that I talked about last week on the pod, the egg and cottage cheese fucking slime.
On purpose?
And I was like,
As a laugh?
well, he says he doesn't listen to the podcast, but it
He doesn't
felt
watch
like
reality
a...
TV.
He's an agitator, and it agitated me. But yeah, so that's happening in my fridge right now. It's double bagged, and I really hate it. And that's egg news.
Well, just take
That's the
some time for
segment,
yourself to
actually.
eat the egg.
Egg news.
Okay. Next.
I have 4 weeks to decide I'm going to drop my entire life in
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
This is fine. You don't even know.
Reality check.
Right, Bake Off, Biscuit Week. Bring out your biscuits. The signature bake this week was the Savoury Bicky. Something that,
Yuck.
I
I'm not
love the
too
idea of
familiar.
a savoury biscuit
you?
so much.
it's called a cracker, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd much rather a cracker with my choice of
Oh,
toppings.
I forgot about crackers.
There's a whole bloody aisle dedicated to them, right next to the biscuits.
I
am
know,
I?
but it was
Tell
like,
you what, though,
it was like
I'll tell
hiding
you
it-
what. What is good though is the cheese bicky, the old cheese bicky. I do like that.
Well, I just didn't even
carry
know.
on.
I felt like a whole new world had opened up in front of me, because you're like, it's just been hiding in plain sight. This genre, and I mean, I didn't. To be fair, I thought all of their biscuit designs were yuck. Like what they did with the concept. It was very sort of sun-dried tomato and panini and that.
I'll tell you what though, Louise, one of my faves, mushrooms. Don't
Those
put
are the only
mushrooms.
ones I like.
Don't put mushrooms on anything, especially don't put them in a biscuit.
Oh, but that's just you being wrong.
No, it's not.
Mushrooms are delicious.
Mushroom
You don't like
bowl in
mushrooms
the
at all?
corner. Mushrooms really invade the taste of everything. So like, Mum would sometimes make a chicken and mushroom pie, and I'd be like, I can't eat that. She'd be like, just take the mushrooms out. Every fucking thing tastes of mushroom now, you know?
That's the point.
It's not like a pea. You can take out a pea and you never know it was there.
True. true.
I'm not wrong though,
delicious.
am I, Alex?
No, you're not wrong. You're
So,
not wrong
anyway,
at all. It's
carry
just a good soundbite to take in isolation, I think, Jane. But I love how is Louise the one who has the secret ramen shop?
Yeah.
Yes,
we
that's
break
so
that story,
cool.
remember?
That's right.
Back in the day.
Copyright the spin-off. Still.
We're just
It
doing
might
like
not
a
be
lovely.
that much of a secret now it's been on TV.
Copyright.
Her doing a little like those. Her and Kevin, her boyfriend, just super cute, giggling away in the
my-
kitchen and serving up ramen. Yes, please.
Yeah.
But also, when they were like owning her for about whether they're going to get married,
Oh yeah.
that was cracking television.
It was cracking.
Oh,
Okay,
loved
I
it.
think I think this is where I paused, and then when I came back, TVNZ had deleted my screener, and so
That's
I
really
watched,
funny. Kudos to
haven't watched
Jenny.
anymore. So my last word before I let you guys carry on recapping this show that I didn't see the rest of is just to say this. I think it's really funny how with the signature bake, week on week, there's always more than one person who's like, I've never made this before. I've never made this category of thing before. And it's like, how can you have a signature, your signature bake when you've never made it?
Oh, is
I
that
just
what
think
it
it's
is?
great. Yeah, like they're kind of like, this is how amateur our contestants are, is that like there's whole categories of food that they've never even tried their hand at. It's great. Anyway, carry on.
Go Kiwi.
But that's why it's got a sort of a bit of a nailed it vibe, which is really fun.
Particularly this week. The selfie biscuit challenge.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I was kind of jumping in and out. I don't know. Do we want to talk about any of the outcomes? I wrote yuck salmon pate.
Oh.
I don't want that.
No.
I don't want that on a
Oh,
biscuit.
I love a salmon pate. Give it to me.
No.
Take your mushrooms.
Pate.
Well, this is
no.
good. No, I think the mushroom biscuit is like a genius idea.
I thought Ethan's walnut biscuit looked yum. That was the cream cheese date one because it was actually bordering on a sweet biscuit, as Sue pointed out, but I'm not mad at that. I loved Trev's selfie biscuit. The CrossFit one. I love CrossFit and a big picture of Trev's face.
Was it CrossFit?
I think so.
Was
Wasn't
it just gym? No,
Was it
because
just I Love Gym?
the other
Oh,
lady who got
excuse
eliminated
me.
did CrossFit.
Were there
something.
two CrossFit biscuits?
The CrossFit was the girl. It was the girl who did CrossFit. The girl with the red hair.
Who got sent home?
Anna?
Oh, no. It was Eat Clean, Train, Mean. My
Yeah,
mistake.
That's right. But it was really good. The fitness biscuit is just a really funny genre.
I'm sorry. Can you please talk me through this? As someone who didn't see
The
it.
final challenge, I don't know, whatever the last showstopper
The showstopper.
was, they had to do a biscuit selfie, like a selfie and a biscuit of one of their
Belfie,
favourite
if you will.
things.
Or Belfie.
What do you mean a selfie and a biscuit?
Just a
Did they
selfie
take a photo and
biscuit.
put it on?
It's
They
called,
Was
choose
it like
a
a biscuit
favourite
inspired by themselves? Or do they take
like
an actual
art.
picture?
A literal selfie.
it's biscuit art. It looked
Oh my
completely
God.
fucked up.
It was so
I have to-
nailed it.
I have
I
to
loved it
Google it.
so much. Yeah, so there were two fitness biscuits. The one there was one, I can't remember who it was, the one who tried to recreate a photo with her and her rowing team and just like and it was
The young
just
one.
too
that
many
Young lady.
too many characters to get looking good.
There's a there was like a lot of bad concepting where they were taking quite a textured, multi-layered photo and trying to recreate it. You really just wanted to do your face, but Trev, I feel like Trev captured his face.
Yeah, Trev is weirdly good. That's what I wrote at the time because he did kind of he went for a line drawing rather than like other people tried to actually kind of create their faces out of the biscuits, and he was a bit more artistic with it.
If you want to make Annadale's biscuit selfie, it's up on the TVNZ site. The recipe's there
Wow.
for her selfie with the little monkey.
What was
and
her
the
one?
Coconut tree. Monkey thief in Bali.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
that was good.
yes,
That was
yes.
just good yarn
Artistic
and a good
photo.
biscuit.
I liked Ethan's one, trip to Aussie, trip to Cairns, biscuit.
This is bananas.
It's just so funny. It's so charming.
Do you know?
But it
Oh my!
begs the
Quick
question,
googling. I see.
what would your selfie
Sorry.
biscuit be, Jane?
Oh, just me in bed.
I reckon it's this mise en
Bed
scene.
biscuit. Yeah, it's a lot you can work with there.
What about
Licorice
yourselves?
Mike. Well, faces are a challenge, aren't they? But I
But that's
would
kind of
want
they're
to do
also the
like,
prime part of the selfie. So
yeah, unless you did a Belfie, like a literal Belfie. I'd probably do me and the cats. sitting on the couch, watching Bake Off, meta.
Okay.
Whoa, that's real
Yes.
meta.
Get the telly on there, and then inside the telly do tiny version
Yeah.
of me on the telly.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Till it goes
just
through.
go
Good.
everywhere.
Then it's just going to be a big blob of icing.
Duncan?
Mm.
Standing there with a Stone Roses record and a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, the iconic shot. Definitely, that's a great one.
Hang on. Or in your cycling outfit. These are the great portraits of Duncan Grieve. Do they still
I'd
hang those
forgotten
in your
about
parents'
that
home?
one. The cycling one you don't see around these days.
Right.
In my onesie skin suit. Local grammar. Oh man, I was a thin man.
Weren't we
Back in the
all?
day.
I didn't write down who won. I don't know what else happened.
But Anna went home. Anna went home apparently, according to Duncan.
Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't do great. But
Tech challenge was macarons, which is what I gathered from the 30-second promo that TVZ accidentally uploaded instead of the episode when they tried to salvage my watching situation.
the macarons were, broadly speaking, a shit show. They ended up...
Do you know?
And also
There's a corny.
Oh, I remember
Sorry.
one. It's an Instagram person.
Naomi.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I think is a little bit unfair. Like, I would have lodged a coach's protest because she didn't actually do enough macarons. Like, you were supposed to do 12 of
that's
each,
right.
and she just did her good ones, which is, I just don't think, I think you should get DQ'd for that.
Yeah.
But she got, like, second place, and as a result, took out the win. I mean, I'm happy for her because she's great, and she's good character and so on, but bit of an asterisk on that one for mine.
Okay, so there is a corny that I know of who made macarons this week. I assume inspired by Bake Off. But anyway, they're technically incredibly difficult. Like very, very difficult to get right. The kind of thing you have to practice at a lot to get right.
They look
So that's
insane.
a really tough one to do in the Bake Off kitchen.
It's
I'm
all
going to have
about
a go.
the feet. You got to get your feet.
Got to get your feet right.
Got to get
Gotta
your
get
feet
your
set.
right.
And that's Bake Off.
Good
Should we
show.
move on?
Great show.
Great.
Oh, no, I've got some goss on Bake Off. Apparently, so this I've heard from someone who is, I'm not going to say, has contact with someone who was on the show. Apparently, the contestant reckons it's a bit rigged, and that Trevor, when he arrived on set, was all like high fives and hugs to the judges, and has trained at some point under Simon Gould. So
So he's like...
do with that what you
He's
will.
proper.
He's playing...
He's a proper guy.
He should be famous on account of being so high-level great at so many things.
He's also fixing a car up. So on top of the Iron Man and the baking and the
Saving his friend
the
from
other things.
depression.
all of those things.
He's got a good dog as well.
He's ruggedly handsome.
He's interesting looking.
Okay, anyway, off we go back to 2009, where New Zealand's next top model has entered the top 10 phase, which is an exciting time. It's time for Sarah to go in and stir up the pot a little. She goes into the house, talks to the contestants, and asks them who they reckon their competition is and who they reckon should be going home. And it's the same people every time. They always say, "Oh, I think I'll win," and my main competition is Christabel and Arjo and so on.
And
But
Terrell
then
Lee's going home.
5
they
of
say.
them named Terrell Lee as the person most likely to go home.
This
She's
is
not well liked.
classist.
Whoa.
Don't you think?
I want the thesis.
Well, no, it's just Terrell Lee's so strong the whole time. I feel like there's a weird divide of some kind happening there, and I think it's like...
I
Could it
don't know if
also be
it's-
like ageist as well, a little bit? Because she's
Is
a bit
she older?
She's 23 and there's a lot of teens.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just feels like there's some...
I think it could be both.
There's
I
a
think
weird
it could be a bit
divide.
of
it might
both.
be. It might be facist. Don't they say that she's got a sad face all the time?
Eyesist. Sad eyes.
It could be eyesist. Yeah.
Number one,
But
shoesist.
as she says,
Shoesist.
I'm the tallest on here. I've got the bone structure. I have to work on focusing my eyes, but they can't grow any taller, which is a very fair point.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite basketball aphorisms is you can't teach height. Always love that one.
And it's true because I've been trying to learn for years. So anyway, yeah. So they're basically kind of bullying Terrell Lee in a way, which is not very nice. And I remember thinking like I really liked Ruby Mills, but she was right on in there saying not very nice things.
But I think Terrell Lee gives as good as she gets, so she can be pretty cold.
Oh, she can.
So
yeah.
I think it's a mutual animus.
Anyway, let's move on to the challenge this week, which was the speed makeup challenge. Such a great challenge. Once again, makes the sponsor's product look absolutely abysmal. much like the speed outfit one that they did.
just the old pants hanging off. That's fine.
And it was like in a hall, like the Old Folks Association or something, just like a big hall. Chuck up some CoverGirl banners, you'll be right.
It's like in the professional modelling world, you have to change, on a whim, and anything could happen. You might have to do your own makeup. It's like that doesn't happen. You're not at your Vogue shoot and someone's like, right, you've got 3 minutes. You've got to do your own makeup. Sorry, the makeup artist is in the loo. Sort it out. We're going to start shooting soon. That doesn't happen. But it's really great good television. They all go running off and tripping over each other. I thought Colin was wearing a high-vis vest for so long, and then there was a huge reveal when it panned out. It showed that it was actually like giant argyle, and he was wearing a huge like knitted vest and a tie. It was all a big surprise. I loved the look. The gift that keeps on giving, Colin Mathura-Jeffrey. Who won that one?
I don't know.
Who won it? I think Ruby won. Lucy was upset. Lucy was upset because she's quite good at doing the makeup, and everyone was surprised that Ruby won. But Colin had a great moment when he was like, "What kind of look are you going for here, Lucy?" And she was like, "Oh, evening." And he was like, "At the circus?"
Damn.
Oh, he's so
amazing.
Good. He's so savage.
Actually, evening at the circus sounds like a good time.
It sounds like a nice time. I mean, Cirque du Soleil's a great first date, isn't it?
Cirque du Soleil.
Look at the bendy people.
Or is circus cancelled now because of animal cruelty? Depends what kind
Certain
of circus.
Certain types of circus. Yeah. The big photo shoot this week was Wild West Couture with Karen Indabitz-Waller.
Oh.
And
yeah.
So she was the photographer, and they shot out at Bethel's. I can't remember who it was. One of the girls was like, "Oh, when they said Wild West in the clue, I thought it was going to be something Wild West, and now we're at a beach. I don't understand. I don't get it." So didn't quite get the West Coast reference there. Cute.
It's hard. There's a lot to take in.
I
wrote in capital letters, Laura's bum sack.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
I definitely did. It's verified from an independent source.
Can I have that unpacked?
She was very upset with her outfit and her look. I'm just spitting like everywhere for some reason. I'm sorry. But I thought she looked amazing. Like they did like the kind of black brows and styled her hair, and she had this huge like circle kind of thing belted at the waist, and they added, what's that old timey? Like in the olden days when a bustle. They added like that, but she just called it. She was like, and I've got this kind of big bum sack. And I just loved it.
That's a week after Comfygate as well. She's really not having a good time.
No, she said it was comfy though. She did say it was comfy.
She did say it was. She confirmed it was comfortable later.
I actually don't think they went as couture as they could have, but it was interesting because, are you all right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of sexiness talk in this shoot. There was a lot of in fact, one of the quotes was, maybe try it go a bit sexier than you're comfortable with.
Oh, God.
Yeah, which in and of itself is just wrong. That's like a damning statement. But a lot of you think beautiful, think sexy, a lot of sexy this, sexy that.
Than you're comfortable with.
Flirty.
Is a lawsuit waiting
to happen. It really is.
Who said that? Was that Sister Rich? Or was it somebody else?
I can't remember if it was Sister Rich or Karen. But, it's on YouTube if you want to check. And then in the elimination, they some of the critiques were that Lucy looked constipated.
Yeah,
That-
angry, constipated. You are so much more beautiful than that.
Rhiannon, you thickened your arm. You don't have a thick arm.
You've
So why
thickened
did you
your
thicken
arm.
up your arm?
You look evil, which, to be fair, I just said something similar that we've just cut out of the podcast.
To Ajal, you don't have a neck.
Bloody
She
hell.
clearly has a neck.
The craziest one was
and-
Rebecca Rose. I thought I wrote it down. Oh yeah, you look like an underfed anaconda.
Oh, yes, that was Colin.
That was
Was
Colin.
it Colin?
Colin can say anything though. He's got a special
He
license.
gets away with it. I mean, it was sort of an interest, like her body was sort of contorted behind her. in
It
a
was
way
to
that-
do with, it
Yeah.
was the we'll defend him to the death. It was the way she was posed, like crawling up the beach kind of a thing. Anyway, bottom two were Rhiannon and Victoria, who, I don't even remember them at all. But Rhiannon was sent home for A, thickening her arm, I'd assume, but B, also for being too young and not ready.
I think
Yeah,
that
and
was
she's
accurate.
as old as that.
Yeah. Rhiannon did always feel quite young to be in this.
But one of their comments that the judges were like, well, we can't use age as an excuse because Christabel's 16 and she's amazing. But obviously it was a maturity thing. And Rhiannon had a cry, but then in her little post-match, but she was like, you know what, I don't care. I love being a kid. How cute is that?
Yeah.
She's a bloody kid. Don't tell her to be sexier than she's comfortable with.
So crazy. Constantly
In other
shocked.
news, Christabel lives in France now, by the way.
Whoa,
Does she?
well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
She's got a very French-looking name. And
I
well,
might have looked her up on the internet. She's in France.
cool.
And that's all.
Right.
Can't wait to see what happens next week. Gonna go straight to the cranny. Is that all right, guys?
Go for
Got
it.
nothing else. Got nothing else. Got no real review. Got no community notice board.
We can real review a giant can of Red Bull. My review,
Well,
it's great.
okay. Perfect. Here we go. Let's get into the cranny, Granny.
Colin's Cranny. Colin's Cranny. Colin's Cranny. 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 Cranny.
Colin's Cranny.
Fucking Cranny. I missed it. Sorry.
We didn't really complete the Colin stuff from the book launch. That was
We
so
didn't.
Now's your
amazing.
chance.
We didn't. So he showed up. He had a +2, I believe, not a +3, as he requested. He showed
were
up
the
with his
two?
own bottle of bub.
Two bottles.
Two
for
bottles.
us.
Did
Yeah,
he? Where did those go?
In the kitchen.
Oh my goodness.
He looked good. He
looked
looks
good.
Stylish.
He looked good. He's just like when he walks in, it's just like, what is that I'm doing? Like it's like a little shockwave goes through the room, and he had arrived. And so we chatted to him for a bit. I was very careful to get as much not champagne to him as I could, dukes, as it were. But he was very excited about the book. We gave him his copy, and he asked Duncan and I to sign it. What did you write in yours? I was so nervous. I was like, this is forever.
I wasn't ready. I wrote like some kind of Paulson thing. I wrote so many really bad and overlong dedications that day.
So we
Full of
signed it.
regret.
I also asked to have a photo shoot with him regarding the book. So we did some poses.
They're very good.
It did work out quite well. I thought I did a great job until I posted them on Instagram, and Alice, ex-Real Pod producer, commented, "Oh my God, you are New Zealand's next top model." And then Colin commented, "New Lynn's next top model, more like." Which is actually the best thing that anyone's ever said about me. Like, it's so mean and so perfect.
But also, I tell you what though, I think that's still an achievement.
Yeah.
It's
I
you
feel
and New Lynn's next top model. That's
I
not,
was in New
that's
Lynn the
not
other
nothing
day.
to
A
be
lot of
sniffed
attractive
at, to be
people in
fair.
there, you know? Lynn
Especially
Moore,
at your age.
New Zealand's oldest mall.
Especially at your age.
Especially at my age. So that was very exciting. And he was also incensed that he didn't make it onto the cover, which Toby Morris apologised to him in person. I had to organise
is he
some
not-
mediation.
I know.
Do you know what? Too good for the cover.
Well, it's also about. I mean, that's just. It's New Zealand television industry's failing to have not given him a prominent enough gig in the last 5 years.
I feel like the Real Pod gave him a pretty prominent gig, our Christmas special.
That's true. The other thing to remember, so he wasn't in the index either, which was a real screw up. And the best shot of the lot for mine was Toby Manhire manually entering him into the index while Colin watches over him with this amazing combination of sort of sexiness and menace.
Yeah, standing behind him, kind of laser beams, and Toby looks like broken.
Yeah, like he's diminished.
Yeah.
And Colin looks like a cop in a porno. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was really great. So I think hopefully we made righted those wrongs. Is that right? Righted those wrongs?
I mean, I think I just did a few more wrongs. What else happened? Oh,
I want to know who his plus twos were. Who's his entourage? Who does he roll with? Wasn't Ray, was it?
No.
It wasn't Ray. But Colin did tell me he's in constant kind of contact with Ray, who is coming up to Auckland, who may or may not come to the Corny Christmas.
Jesus Christ.
Probably not. His entourage, they were cool. I unfortunately forgotten their names. I drank a lot of alcohol that night, so I can't quite remember. But subdued, and very interested in the spin-off and the book and stuff. So it was.
He was very kind about it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we have to do some little addendum.
Yes, this is real news.
What? So I gather that Tame has made this public somehow.
Jack Tame talked about what happened to Duncan at the TVNZ showcase on his ZB radio show on Saturday morning. During a TV review slot with the one and only Tara Ward, which I didn't know was something that Tara Ward did. She does a TV review on Jack Tame's show on a Saturday morning.
Can I say I love Tara Ward?
Tara Ward is a gem. She was at the party. Oh my God.
Talking of celebrities.
VIP guest.
I've got to get that audio.
You've got to get that audio. Ollie Chick's already posted in the corner, so the hard work's been done for you. Do you want to explain what happened? We talked about the TVNZ showcase, but we haven't recorded since that night.
Okay. So I was victim of a foul scam. And TVNZ, if you're listening, I'm calling you out. So we went to the TVNZ showcase, which is notoriously one awesome fun thing to go to, high production value, lots of information, lots of data, lots of big stars. Also notoriously like 2 hours long, sitting on my bum, watching completely sober. And I never like to do that. And so you get out of it, you're completely hungry, didn't even get any popcorn.
Completely hungry.
So vulnerable, just super vulnerable. Come out sloshing back a few champagnes just to try and get back to even. But there's no vegetarian food going around. So I'm, I'm just in a bit of a state. And then a platter of sushi comes around. And alongside, there's not a lot of sushi, but there is a lot of an avocado dip.
It's not avocado dip.
No, but I was like, it could be wasabi, but then I was like, there's so much of it. And it's so creamy. Whereas
oh my God.
My experience of wasabi is it's much more of a paste. So I was like, I'll just lather it on because I don't know. I've been waiting for hours. Irresponsible hosting, potentially. Maybe it was just I'd got myself into a real pod corner out of the normal circulation of the foodstuffs. So I really I piled it high. I was like, I gotta take what I can get here, and I just took a big lusty bite out of it, and folks, it was not guacamole.
That would be real fusion dining.
Yeah.
Sushi with guacamole.
I wept.
Oh, Duncan. And what happened?
I was talking to Jack Tame, trying to be a sophisticated gentleman, 'Cause he's
Sweating.
he's
out
like-
your
James
eyes.
is not a sophisticated
I
gentleman.
know, but he's very like handsome and well put together, and you're just trying to, I'm like, oh, I'm in the media, and that kind of stuff.
Prior to that, Jack was showing us a video on his phone of someone getting a maggot pulled out of their lip.
Yeah. he did
Oh
do
my
that.
god!
He did do that.
But the best part of it is that Alex was doing a photo shoot with Maddie McLean
Yep.
of him reading the spin-off book and looking entranced by it. And in the background, she happened to capture the moment where I realised that it had all gone Pete Tong.
Historic photograph for so many reasons.
Oh,
so
So
I
where
didn't
can
actually
people
see
see
it
that?
happen.
Where can people see that photo?
It's in the corner, but I'll
Okay.
re-up it. Maybe I'll put it even in the post. It's a good book promo.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, you know that there's a scene, a very famous in our household scene from the highly underrated movie Cars 2, where Mater eats what he thinks is pistachio ice cream,
Oh,
and
no.
it's not. It's wasabi. It's like life imitating art, Duncan.
Yeah. No, I didn't know.
You
That's what I was
imitating
going for. Was just
Mater.
a tribute to Cars 2. One of the greats.
So all I'm saying is don't think it hasn't been done before.
Oh, I'm sure it has, but it's just a real rubes trick, It's like it feels like someone their first time in the big city. Like it feels like your granddad from the country just having it's so shame. It's so
That is
amazingly
exactly, but that's exactly the storyline in Cars 2 as well. We made it does this. He's in Tokyo at this big launch of a Grand Prix.
Maybe I should just.
And he embarrasses himself and he embarrasses Lightning McQueen in front of everyone. That's what you've done. Can you tell me what happened? Did you try and act like?
No.
Did you take a bite and go fuck, and try and act like nothing, everything's totally fine?
I was trying
and
to
then you always sweat like this.
Jack said that he was thinking as I was doing it, wow, Duncan really likes wasabi. Which
he didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't try and stop you.
Because, it was just like so much. Because I was like, okay, how much can I fit on without it dripping off? Like, it really was piled high. It was a scoop.
Could you not smell? Could you not smell it as it
I think by
approached?
then
It's
I was
got quite
committed
a.
to the bit. Like, I couldn't.
Oh.
And I was just so hungry. I also, there was a bit of a debate afterwards because the remainder of it, I put on a bush.
A shrub.
And then gave it a shake to make it disappear into yonder foliage.
Which it didn't.
Well,
it's like a dense shrub.
But you think it was a placky
Well,
shrub?
I think it was plastic because I had the same thought previously because I just had I got a huge fish slider and I just couldn't deal with it and I was like, where do I put this? And I looked at the shrub, but I thought it might be plastic, so it's not really going back to nature. If you just put it on a plastic, if you put it in soil, that's fine. That's the worm's job.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So,
Some poor
yeah.
animal though. Some poor animal going to happen upon this.
Somebody
giant
had to deal
glob
with that
of
piece of
wasabi.
sushi, whether it be it
Oh
human
my
or
gosh.
animal. Later that night.
Yeah. No, look, it wasn't great, but I wasn't in my right mind.
That's the
Do you
biggest
think
news
it's
out
had
of the
any
show.
long-lasting effects? It was. I know.
Oh, I'm so glad it made
And as a
TV.
result, Duncan has demanded that TVNZ de-establish themselves, or disestablish.
Yeah.
Disestablish.
Yeah, I think it's
Not
only fair
de-establish.
after what they've done to me.
So you might have seen in the news, this is a weird place to put it in the cranny, but you might have seen the news that there's talk of TVNZ and RNZ being disestablished to create some sort of combined government.
New media agency. I actually might do a monopod on this. I'll see how I go.
You 100% should.
Okay.
Thanks for letting us know this time as well.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, consent-based.
Is there anything else you want to add to that just quickly, though? I know it's, again, funny place for it, but it is the real pod.
No, we'll
We
just
things as
tease
they happen.
it. Just tease it.
Just got one more bit of Colin news. It's festive news. He commented on a New Zealand Herald story about how Neville Baker, controversial Santa from the Santa Parade last year, will not be appearing this year. And Colin just commented, "I love Santa, ... And that's Christmas.
That is so Christmas.
Colin, are you going to get Colin? Are you going to? What's happening for Christmas this year in the studio, guys? What's happening?
Good question.
Last year we had Colin.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that
Offline.
during this sting.
On the dot.
Who should we have?
Like and subscribe.
Just the three of us? I'm not a private investigator, but some very suspicious activity going on Max Key's Instagram. Well, get a load of this, okay? He's later gramming Greece. So he's posting up photos of Greece. Fond memories of. But he's also later gramming on his stories. He's later gramming being in Australia. But his location on his bio says he's in the Philippines. This sounds like someone who doesn't want us to know where he is at the moment.
Someone who's filming The Bachelorette, perhaps.
No.
It's a crazy idea, but I'm going to keep saying it.
Oh, it'd be so good.
I think it's
be so good.
Impossible. I think we've got to say
Okay, how do you explain it? What do you think is going on?
I think he's out of content and he's I don't explain
He's not out of content, Duncan, because he's always got his abs with him wherever he goes.
That's true.
Could he have just forgotten to update the old bio?
No.
Aren't you blocked?
No.
No, I'm not blocked.
Who blocked? Oh, it was Kate Hawkesbury.
Kate blocked.
Perception
Kate
of
blocked us
reality.
from for 4 fifths of fuck all though, because I have looked at her Instagram page. There's really nothing going on there, so I don't feel like we're missing out. Well, I say there's something going on. I don't know what it is. It might be The Bachelorette. It might be some sort of. What are you doing? What are you looking at?
I'm just looking at Max Q. Whoops.
Maybe he's having some sort of cosmetic surgery. He doesn't want us to know about it.
But what would it be?
Oh, who knows? Bum sack.
Max has got a brand new bum sack.
His teeth are so white. Oh, it could be.
He's
yeah,
doctoring things.
I got bloody stitched up like bloody Martin Garrix the other day in a That's Not Boys style moment.
What?
My friend Zoe's Tinder. I didn't know this. Her Tinder photo.
This is so good.
It's like a photo of her looking amazing, laughing next to me at a restaurant, and me just looking like. My eyes are shut.
Eyes are half
I've got
closed.
a double chin. I'm blurry. I look like a little demon. I look like someone in The Ring who's going to die in 7 days. In a photograph, and it's her main Tinder photo.
That's a nice kindness that you're doing to your friend to make her look better.
How do
she
I
didn't
make
know that
anyone look better?
By looking horrible next to her, looking beautiful.
And then a corny stumbled across it, but
A corny found it.
He swiped the good way. So stay tuned.
Oh.
For that.
Oh.
We're gunning for a real pod marriage at some stage.
Real pod romance.
But yeah, I got stitched up,
Amazing.
and I think it was Poppy.
No, it was worth it. It was worth it. If you had not been in that photo, this whole story might have been different.
This is true.
So thank you, Alex.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
You're welcome.
Great story.
Okay, and on that note, more great stories next week when we return with The Real Pod, your reality TV recap and real life in New Zealand podcast, with thanks to Nando's. And also thank you to Tina, who's been recording us. Thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Alex.
Tina.
Thank you, Colin.
Thank
Max,
you, Jane.
all the usual suspects.
Erin,
and
Zach.
Erin, Zach. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Kia ora, this is Toby Manhire, here to urge you to tune in to Gone by Lunchtime, a podcast with me, Annabelle Lee Mather and Ben Thomas, tackling the world of New Zealand politics, from policy to polling, from scandal to psychodrama. Listen to Gone by Lunchtime, brought to you by the Spin-Off Podcast Network, wherever good pods are sold.
Kia ora e te iwi, Te Aihe Butler here, podcast manager at The Spin-Off. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spin-Off member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spin-Off Podcast Network.